You may even worry about ending things because you know it's going to come with a lot of toxicity. There could be a very unhealthy situation or toxic people or a toxic person. Someone who's very obsessive, they could be mentally unwell, they could be on drugs if it is a person. They could be narcissistic, they could be abusive. There's something about this Five of Pentacles energy that you were worried about, which could be external energies being thrown out, blocked, removed, abandoned, shut out. Or it could even be financial loss for you. And there's something about it's being so toxic, this work situation, this living situation, this project, this love situation, it's being so toxic and unhealthy that it's like you just don't care anymore. You don't care if you're going to lose a bit of money. You don't care if you have to throw someone out. You don't care if you abandon someone anymore. It's for your own mental well-being and your own mental health. You have to do this. And so you don't care anymore. You want to be free and you're ending things. And when you do this, I see things moving very quickly for you. Something is going to happen fast, or you're going to have fast movement into some kind of new beginning. Like I said, it's going to turn out better than you can imagine. It may open up some kind of new beginning for you, or it may lead to some kind of new beginning for you. You may or may not be expecting this. Okay. You have the right to express and receive both kindness and respect. So this energy may have not been doing that. They may have not been kind. They may have not been respectful towards you. Abusive, narcissistic, like just nasty. This energy was very nasty towards you or your family or whatever situation it is. So I do see you overcoming your fears. You could have some fears to do with your past. And it's kind of triggering these wounds. You could have had some kind of abusive situation in your past, and maybe you stayed in that situation, or you were groomed to think it was normal, and you grew up like that, or you've had toxic relationships or work environments or a childhood that was toxic. And so it makes you kind of stick around in toxic situations that are kind of screaming at you. It's like a red flag, red flag, red flag. This person is toxic. They're abusive. They shouldn't be speaking to you like this. They shouldn't be treating you like this. And because you're used to that, or you grew up in that, you have a hard time leaving, or you stay a little longer than you should. You're going to be healing that. This situation is going to heal that for you. And maybe, these people or this situation was able to emotionally manipulate you, make you feel bad for them, because you knew that you were going to have to terminate something for them, terminate something with them. Maybe you know that their life is going to fall apart if you remove yourself. And so you might have had guilt. Your emotions were definitely invested in the situation. Your emotions were triggered. You felt bad for them. Again, it could be your past. Maybe you didn't have help, and so you like to help others. You don't want others to feel that way. Maybe you were abandoned and you don't want to abandon people. Maybe someone gave up on you in your past and you don't want to give up on others. Collective, welcome to your reading. Please keep in mind that these are general, so not every message is going to be for you. We're going to jump right into your channeled message. So I want to start off with you guys. My microphone may need to be replaced. It's not working so well. I did buy an adapter. It didn't work. Hence the other videos had terrible sound. This is a new adapter from Apple, and it's still not. It's coming out very quiet. So the microphone is close to my mouth. It may still sound a little weird. This is kind of just like a test reading. We're going to do a couple test readings with this adapter, and if it's not good, I'm going to have to buy a new mic. Okay, so just bear with me. I know the sound isn't great. All right, so for you, collective, I'm getting a piece of cheese. I see a piece of cheese and I see energy flowing around it. This cheese starts to go bad. It starts to mold. So kind of gives a vibe of like, oh my God, no, this isn't good, or something's going bad, something's going wrong. So things may seem a little, maybe like something's on the decline. You might feel that way about your life or about something. Something may feel or seem or look like it's not going right in your life, okay? Something bad. But what I see happening is this cheese turns into blue cheese. And I see people like picking it up and eating it like it's some kind of delicacy. You know, blue cheese is like a delicacy, or it turns into like something that is gourmet. Personally, I do not like blue cheese at all, but this is just what Spirit is showing me. And then it's kind of showing me that these people are eating the blue cheese, and it's kind of giving like that same energy that was swirling around the cheese is now swirling around in their stomachs. It's giving me vibes of positive health benefits in this cheese, which then gives me transformation vibes. So it's like from something that turned out or seems like it's not turning out to turning out into something better, or something that was very meant to be, very intentional by the circumstances. So there are actually quite a bit of benefits. Like there are probiotics in this. We have bone health. We have rich in nutrients. We also have heart health. Some kind of a theory that links blue cheese consumption to lower rates of cardiovascular disease in certain populations. So there are like many benefits to this turning into the blue cheese. So I'm getting that there's a lot of benefits to what's happening in your life, or what seems to be happening. It seems like it's not going well, or something seems like it's going south, or it's going bad, but it's actually not. This is actually going to transform something for you. And then I see somebody, like people eating this blue cheese, right? And then it's like they start paying money to get more. It's like they like it so much they want more. It's high in demand. I see this look on your face of like disbelief, like, whoa, I didn't expect this, or I can't believe people are paying me for this. It's like rotten cheese and people want it. It's high in demand. People are paying you for it. So it's giving me a vibe that something that may be going bad in your life now, or you may perceive it as going bad, you're going to be able to turn it into income. Something is going to transform into a situation where you can receive money, you can receive income. It's actually very positive for you. So it could be like, this is kind of odd. So I'm just going to kind of use my own life as a map, because there are people around me right now that are going through court situations. And these court situations, they come from a bad situation, something that seems to be going wrong, but it actually can, you know, turn into winning a lawsuit and getting money. So that's just an example. You may be able to turn something into finances, into a career, or into income, or maybe you're able to like get money out of this if it's a lawsuit. Yeah, you could be doing something here, or turning a situation in your favor. It's going to work out in your favor, basically. You may even turn an event of your life that maybe was not so good into a career, or maybe you're going to be doing therapy for people or educating others on it. Something about it, people are going to want to pay you for this, or you're going to receive money for this, okay? And you're not going to be able to believe this, because you're like, I did never expect that I would be able to get money out of this, or from this, or make it into a career, or people would actually want to pay me for this, to find out, or to learn about it, or for me to talk about it. Maybe you're writing a book. Maybe you're making a course. I'll leave it up to you. You may have something that you're going to do with this experience. You might not know it now, but you will later, okay? So that's what I'm getting for you. Please excuse my nails. Again, this is just a test video. I'm going to put out 2 or 3 collective videos with this adapter. We're going to test out the sound. And I'm kind of lazy today, so I'm not going to do the nails, okay? So let's get started. All right, collective. So we're going to pull some Oracle decks cards for you. I've also pulled out 2 new Oracle decks that we're going to be using in this reading. If it turns out good, we'll continue to use them. So we have dance. It says, move your body to the music, dance with the rhythm of life, and manifest your dreams through dance. So I would say that this is about having a carefree, youthful type of energy. Maybe letting loose, moving your body. moving your body in a positive way. And there can even be talk of somebody or others that move their body in a negative way. They have negative actions, negative movements. Sometimes this can talk of like destruction, violence, stuff like that, like negative actions with their bodies. Maybe being reckless in a sexual manner as well. But on the positive note, yeah, we have dance, we have yoga, we have, I think it's called somatic types of exercises as well. Yeah, exercising, walking, anything to do that moves your body. That kind of helps you. It gets you in the rhythm of life. It gets you tuned in, maybe grounded. And we have receive. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. Wow. So yeah, this really goes with what I pulled on in the channeled message. Something is coming with a blessing. Now, I didn't realize that I was pulling 2 of the unicorn, but whatever. We have don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. This can talk of karmic energies, karmic attachments. We have fears, anxieties, and worries, things that are kind of based from insecurities or trauma of your past. Relationships or negative attachments of your past. Don't let it hold you back. Let's get one more just to balance things out. We have emotions are running high with the super moon. Yes, I definitely see that here in the reading. Now we're going to pull some of these. So we have paradise. It says happiness, expansion, and joy. Playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Wow, so that kind of goes with the receive and the dance. There is like a blessing coming out of this situation, and you're going to feel very free, very light, very open. It comes with a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. We also have the word playfulness as well, enjoying each other, which kind of goes with the dance card. And we have abundance. We have keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. I'm not sure if paradise came out reversed. I think it did. So the fact that both of these cards came out in reverse could be some fear around this. Fear that it's not going to turn out well. Maybe it looks that way right now. Fear that it's going to cost you money or it's going to set you back financially. Okay, so that's here today. Next, we're going to pull some of these, one of these. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It says, check your boundaries and affirm your right to express and receive both kindness and respect. Embrace your softer side and your ability to stand up for yourself. You are unique. You are a unique being, and you do not need to conform to stereotypes. As you relax into your authentic self, the best method is to accomplish what is needed, shall spontaneously arise from within. Okay, so yeah, there's boundaries that you need to have in this reading. Do not be afraid to stick up for yourself. Do not be afraid to demand respect. You are worthy of that, and you're allowed to have boundaries. Okay, so I definitely see that in the reading. Let's get started. So starting off the reading, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Two of Wands. This is kind of telling me that you could be in your emotions right now. Like emotions are running high. You could feel emotional. You might feel emotional later down the road or in the future. But you're in your feelings about some kind of a decision that you need to make. You know, you might feel like it could lead you down a very black and white path. Like one might lead you to something good and the other could lead you to something horrible. And that may just be a fear. Okay, so you may be very emotional of this. It's like on one hand, I can do it this way. On the other hand, I can do it that way. But these are the risks. So it may be worrying you. I'm getting fear around loss of money. I'm getting fear around just things not looking like they're turning out. So, you know, like the cheese. It's something that people make. It's man-made and it's an investment. They make it, they spend all this time. It has to be cured, it has to age. There's a whole process. And maybe you had this whole process or invested money into something And maybe it seems like it's not turning out. It might seem like it's going downhill. It might seem like there's trouble up ahead. You might feel like you've lost your investment. You might feel like you lose money. You're losing time. You're losing people. So it's an emotional thing, this decision that you need to make. And it may involve you getting free and independent of something, because we do have the 5 of Pentacles after, which is like getting blocked, getting thrown out, getting forgotten, abandoned, being shut out. This can also be financial poverty. So it may involve you leaving a situation or getting free of a situation. You may have to remove yourself. You may need to block people. You may need to throw someone out, report them, fire them. It may involve you having to shut yourself out of a situation which may affect your abundance, your money, or you're worrying that this is going to affect your money and your finances. Needing to get free of something. You know, there could be external energies that will be thrown out and shut out of something. So in order to get free of this, you may need to kind of kick someone out, throw someone out, report them, block them, fire them. So you may need to ghost somebody. You may need to shut somebody out if they're crossing your boundaries. And it may cost you money. You know, and you're worried about this. You are worried about your financial losses to do with this decision. That's why you're in your feelings about this, okay? Maybe you want to leave a place of work. Maybe you want to leave a career. Maybe you want to leave a living situation, a family situation, a relationship. It's going to cost you money. You're worried about this. Maybe you're trying to file for divorce. Again, you know, it could be someone who tests your boundaries. And maybe you have some traumas or fears to do with your past. You know, things that happened to you in your past, hardships that you had to go through, or even just consequences of your actions. You know, there could be a lot of emotional energy here with you, with external people, with a situation. Maybe you need to leave a situation. You know that things are going to fall apart for this group, this person, this place of work, this company. So it's tough. It's a tough situation. But I see that you want to end this with the Death and the World card. You want this to end. You are so over this. You want to close this out. You're ready for change. You know it's going to bring in great change, which may be a little scary. It may have its risks. And it's not easy for you. This is not an easy decision for you. You could feel quite stressed. You could feel like you're in a struggle. You may feel like you might struggle, or someone else might struggle if you do this, okay? You know, there could be external energies that will be blocked, kicked out, ghosted, thrown out, and they might, you know, have a hard time with this. Again, that's not an easy thing to do, but I do see that this ending and the situation is tied to a lot of toxicity, because again, at the top, this decision has to do with you freeing yourself. Freeing yourself, maybe tossing someone else under the bus, or shutting someone out, throwing them out, reporting them, divorcing them, leaving them, abandoning them. And again, below that, we have the Temperance. This has to do with your peace. You just want peace, you want balance, you want freedom from this situation. You are trying to make the most logical decision. You are trying to strategize how you're going to have freedom, independence of this situation, and how you're going to close things out. So, but you're doing this for your peace. You're doing this to have peace. And this choice may very well lead to a new beginning, or it has something to do with a material thing, like an investment, or a property, or a job, or finances, a way to make income. A new beginning, a project, a new chapter, something stable, something that brings in practicality, stability, money. It's going to bring that, and it's about that too. So it's definitely about some investment that you have. So you want peace, you want to feel balanced. You may even feel like you no longer care. There's something about this 5 of Pentacles energy that you were worried about, which could be external energies being thrown out, blocked, removed, abandoned, shut out. Or it could even be financial loss for you. And there's something about it's being so toxic, this work situation, this living situation, this project, this love situation. It's being so toxic and unhealthy that it's like you just don't care anymore. You don't care if you're going to lose a bit of money. You don't care if you have to throw someone out. You don't care if you abandon someone anymore. It's for your own mental well-being and your own mental health. You have to do this. And so you don't care anymore. You want to be free and you're ending things. And when you do this, I see things moving very quickly for you. Something is going to happen fast, or you're going to have fast movement into some kind of new beginning. Like I said, it's going to turn out better than you can imagine. It may open up some kind of new beginning for you, or it may lead to some kind of new beginning for you. You may or may not be expecting this, okay? You may not be expecting something to take off, something to transform into a new beginning for you, something stable. And when this happens, I see that these people or this group or this work situation, love situation, whatever it is of this toxicity that you want to remove, this energy is struggling. They are struggling. They can't sleep at night. They're stressed. You know, there could be narcissistic energies tied to this, and they're not doing well. But, you know, if it's a narcissistic energy that's tied to something in your life or something unhealthy, it could be like drug related, it could be theft related, it could be mental illness related, whether it's attached to someone that you know or someone that you don't know, whoever this energy is or whatever it is. You may even worry about ending things because you know it's going to come with a lot of toxicity. There could be a very unhealthy situation or toxic people or a toxic person. Someone who's very obsessive, they could be mentally unwell, they could be on drugs if it is a person. They could be narcissistic, they could be abusive. So you're worried about ending things, closing this out because of this energy. You know that this energy is going to be very obsessed with this new beginning that you're getting. One, because you almost have to remove them in order to have it, kick them out, report them, leave them, go after them. Whatever it is, you know that this energy is going to be very attached, obsessed with your new beginning. And so you're strategizing. How are you going to protect yourself in the situation? How are you going to protect your reputation, your job, your family, your loved ones, yourself, you know, your well-being, your mental health? So you have to strategize. And there is conversations, communication with this energy. So it could be a person, a company, a group. You will be needing to communicate with this toxic energy. So you've tried that. I feel like this person or this energy is not letting something go. They're very attached and it's very unhealthy, even obsessive. So it's like you try to do that in a healthy, positive way. You try to communicate. So you tried everything that you could. You tried to communicate. You tried to, you know, be considerate of this other energy, this group, this work, this person. It's just not healthy for you. You don't care anymore. You're doing what you need to do, and that's it. So, yeah, you may have held back because of how toxic this energy was. Like, you know that there's going to be backlash, or there's going to be a fight, or there's going to be a lawsuit, or there's going to be other types of, you know, abuse. It's like you know what's coming. And this may have stressed you out. You know, this may be one of the largest reasons why you let it slide, stayed in the situation. Maybe you tried to people please. Maybe you tried to wait it out to get better because you had some kind of fear from your past. This can date to your childhood. If you had abuse or neglect in your childhood, this can be an abusive relationship, some kind of trauma or fear, and it's being triggered in the situation. Your emotions are being triggered in the situation. If it's an abusive individual, this person may genuinely scare you, like you fear for your life, you fear for your safety, you fear for your family. If it's a toxic work situation, like they may be a tyrant, they may be narcissistic, sociopathic, abusive, manipulative. You were very worried about this. You were very stressed, but it's gotten to a point where you don't care anymore. You're going to cut it out no matter what the cost or the price. And you're actually going to get blessed for this, collective, is what I'm seeing. It is leading to a new beginning. And yes, this energy will be obsessed with you and your new beginning. They will. We're going to have to look at what they're going to do. Okay, but with this card here, it said, don't be afraid to demand respect. You have the right to express and receive both kindness and respect. So this energy may have not been doing that. They may have not been kind. They may have not been respectful towards you. Abusive, narcissistic, like just nasty. This energy was very nasty towards you or your family or whatever situation it is. So as you do this, it's going to move very quickly for you and you're going to get blessed. And these people are going to start to experience their karma. So in the outcome, we have a new beginning. We have a wish come true. Something that you've been hoping and praying for is coming. We have quick communication or news coming in about a passionate new beginning. So you're going to get the verdict that you want. You're going to get the outcome that you want. And like I said, some of you may even have people approaching you, like communicating, I want this service, or I want to learn about this, or I want your expertise. I want your advice. I want you as a mentor. I want your help. How did you get yourself out of this situation? You may turn it into some kind of form of income, or like I said, maybe it's a lawsuit. Maybe you're just getting money from it. You are going to get some kind of news or communication that is going to spark a lot of passion, a lot of creativity, a lot of excitement. It's about some kind of wish. Whatever you're wishing from this situation is coming in for you, and you're going to hear about it. All right, so let's get some external energies. External energies, we've got the moon. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. There's a lot that's hidden that you don't see. This group, this person, these people, this situation could have a lot of hidden secrets that you're not aware of. We have the Nine of Pentacles, someone getting free and independent. So you may keep this a secret. You may keep it hidden, what you're planning, what you're doing. You are planning to get free of something, remove something or somebody. And the Sun. This is going to end up very positive for you. So you may keep it hidden from this other energy, external people, and you are getting free, and you're doing this for your mental health. You're doing this for your own happiness, your own peace, and it's going to turn out so well. I'm getting a message that you may want to keep your new beginning hidden from this obsessive, abusive energy, okay? Whatever it is. Don't tell them about it. If it's a place of employment, do not tell them that you're planning to start your own business. Do not tell them that you're planning to leave. Okay, you may even need to ghost. So maybe if it is a super abusive, toxic work environment, you may not even want to give in your notice. You may just want to leave because it's so toxic and abusive. If it's people that you need to shut out, you may not, obviously there's legalities to this. If it's something else, you may need to give them notice, but some of you don't need to give people notice. You're being guided to move in silence and be secretive with what you're doing. That's going to give you the most positive outcome, okay? Keeping things secret. Keep your life secret after you leave. That's another thing. If you have an abusive spouse, an abusive work environment, abusive people around you, keep your independence, your happiness secret. Because like I said, they are toxic, manipulative, obsessed, and some of them may have mental illness or addiction issues, okay? So you can expect like maybe someone to be very nasty, vengeful, conniving, plotting against you. So keep your good news to yourself, okay? Keep it secret. And we have the Six of Cups. There is an energy wanting to come back. So like I said, keep it secret, because you may have people, abusers, narcissists that you've, worked very hard to free yourself of. They may want to come back. They may want you to come back if they find out that you're doing well. And they may not be the most healthy people, so they may not talk to you in a good way. They may not deal with you in a good way. So protect yourself, okay? Yes, the Five of Swords. There could be an energy that ends up being very malicious, very nasty, very abusive and narcissistic, and just angry and wanting to destroy something for you. So this person is a schemer, they're a plotter, they're going to want to come back. And I see that they're going to be willing to do anything that they need to get their way. That's what type of person this is, or that's what type of people they are. So be aware of that. Keep your blessings secret and hidden, because if they find out about it, this person is going to try to come back with a vengeance. And they're going to do whatever they need to do to get their way. It doesn't mean it's going to work, but they're still going to try. And that might be more toxicity for you in the long run. You may want to consider getting a restraining order, a protection order, a no contact order on whoever this individual is, okay? Could be multiple individuals, could be a group, could be a spouse, could be a lover, could be a family member. Like, be careful. Be very careful. Now, actions and intentions. Actions. We have the World. So actions, you may want to close this out, but actions on their end, they may want to close something out for you. So they may want to close, it's like they want to end something for you. They want to bring an end to this independence, or this happiness, or these blessings that you have. And we have actions and intentions. They want a new beginning. So they may want to even pull you into a new contract with them, an agreement with them, a new chapter, a cycle, because they want this new beginning for themselves, or they want a piece of it, or they want it back. Whatever you're having to throw someone out of, kick them out, abandon them, throw them under the bus or report them. They want what you have, so they want it back. They will be fighting to get it back. I don't know if they have grounds for this, but just expect this, okay? Expect that this person is not going to leave you alone because they are unwell, all right? So now let's take a look at your independent energy. We won't do damage confessions because I feel like this isn't necessarily a relationship. It could be, but like I said, these readings are going to be a little different. I don't even know if the sound will sound okay. It might be very crappy sound, so I do apologize for that, you guys. Independent energy for my collective. So there's stress. You're going to be very stressed. Understandable. We have the Page of Pentacles. Someone could be reaching out. You could be needing to reach out or talk to this individual or these people or this group. So you're trying to keep things practical, but it is very stressful for you, and it is very heavy for you. It's like you still need to talk to this group or people or person. You're going to keep things practical, but you still need to communicate with them, and that's what sucks. It's like you're still tied to this person. The Death. So it is changing, though. Either it's to bring change, you need to communicate with this person, you need to negotiate, and it's to bring some kind of change. You may have tried to bring in change in the past, trying to communicate with them, keeping it practical, keeping it very professional, and you wanted things to change, but it wasn't. So it's very stressful for you. But this is coming to an end. This is coming to an end. You want it to end. And we have the Empress here, which talks of growth, stability, comfort, a very beautiful, nurturing energy. Something that, it's like it's growth. And we have moving on and walking away. You know, the Empress is also about loving yourself, having self-respect and self-worth. So this is why you're doing this. You're ending it because you respect yourself in the situation. You're not going to put up with the abuse. You're not going to put up with this anymore, and you're walking away. So I do see you overcoming your fears. You could have some fears to do with your past, and it's kind of triggering these wounds. You know, you could have had some kind of abusive situation in your past, and maybe you stayed in that situation, or you were groomed to think it was normal, and you grew up like that, or you've had toxic relationships or work environments or a childhood that was toxic. And so it makes you kind of stick around in toxic situations that are kind of screaming at you. It's like a red flag, red flag, red flag. This person is toxic. They're abusive. They shouldn't be speaking to you like this. They shouldn't be treating you like this. And because you're used to that, or you grew up in that, you have a hard time leaving, or you stay a little longer than you should. You're going to be healing that. This situation is going to heal that for you. I feel like after this situation, you will no longer be doing this. So yeah, you're kind of evolving into Empress energy. It's like, no, I don't deserve to be spoken to like this. I don't deserve to be treated like this. And if anybody does this to me anymore, I am not going to put up with this. I will be walking away. And maybe, you know, these people or this situation was able to emotionally manipulate you, make you feel bad for them, because you knew that you were going to have to terminate something for them. Terminate something with them. Maybe you know that their life is going to fall apart if you remove yourself. And so you might have had guilt. Your emotions were definitely invested in the situation. Your emotions were triggered. You felt bad for them. Again, it could be your past. Maybe you didn't have help, and so you like to help others. You don't want others to feel that way. Maybe you were abandoned and you don't want to abandon people. Maybe someone gave up on you in your past and you don't want to give up on others. You're very nurturing, you're very sensitive, you're very kind, you're very compassionate. And unfortunately, narcissistic individuals can take advantage of that. So you were taken advantage of in this situation, whether it's a romantic situation, a marriage, a work environment, or people that you have to collab with in some way. Maybe you hire individuals. Maybe you are a landlord. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe, maybe you work at a daycare or a preschool, and it's like you have to, you're going to have to kick out some students because there's something very toxic going on with them and their family. You're going to have to remove that. It's like you feel bad. You felt so bad. You didn't want to do this. You didn't want to hurt anybody. But it gets to a point where you have to do the right thing for you and for the people around you. You might have to protect other individuals other than you. You might have to protect yourself. You may have a business to take care of. You need to protect that. Whatever it is, like, you're finally laying down the law and you're seeing things very clearly and you're just putting your emotions to the side. It's like, I cannot be emotional anymore. I can't care about this. I cannot have empathy for this anymore because they're abusing. This person is abusing, or this situation is so unhealthy. It's harming other people around me, or it's harming me. I'm getting sick. I'm getting illnesses. You're finally standing up for yourself. You're finally growing, okay? This is very beautiful. And because of this, collective, you are going to get blessed. And I see a lot of peace, a lot of happiness, a lot of joy. And, keep a positive mindset because something is going to manifest exactly how you want. We do have the star. It's exciting. This is going to be very exciting for you. So you may end up winning some kind of lawsuit, or you may end up getting compensated, or you may turn it into a career. You may study something and turn it into some kind of like a mentorship, or you're going to counsel other people. Whatever it is, like, this is part of the divine plan. You may have thought things were going bad. The cheese is rotting. It's getting mold on it. But little did you know This was all orchestrated divinely. And this rotten cheese is turning into something that is like a delicacy, gourmet, with all kinds of health benefits, or it's just high in demand. People see value in this. You're not expecting that, okay? So that is beautiful. Let's get some blessings for you. Blessings for my collective. Ooh. Blessings for my collective. We have a new space. It says new room, home, office space, space available. Making room in your home, office, and we have making room. So some of you are definitely leaving a work environment, a living environment, or you are removing individuals from these places, from your life, from your home. Maybe it's a spouse, maybe it's a roommate, maybe it's a family member. You are removing people, okay? It's stressful. It's going to be very stressful, but you are going to come out on the other side okay, and you're going to have a new space available for you. New room to grow, new space that is safe, a new office, a new home, a new room, okay? You're also making room in your life. And we have blessed, purge, and release, finally healing. It says orchestrated release of old baggage. It says opening of new doors. It says clearing old emotions and releasing stored pain and trauma. Wow, you really can't make this stuff up, you guys. This reading teaches us that this was all divinely orchestrated. If this situation seemed like it was very toxic, abusive, it was triggering you, it was making you feel like, you know, you were a kid again and you're back in that situation, or you're back in an old marriage that was toxic, or you're back in some kind of situation that's unhealthy. This was divinely orchestrated, okay? This was meant to be, and it is meant to bring these things to the surface. Emotions are running high so that you can fully purge and release and heal. And as you do this, as you release this pain and the trauma, it's going to open new doors for you, and it's going to heal you. It may even heal you physically. You may find that certain physical things that you were dealing with, chronic illnesses, chronic disease, it might also clear from your body as you kind of purge and release. You know, purge and release kind of indicates that you may be crying, you may be stressed, you may have to let out this anger, this frustration. Definitely do that and allow your body to release. Cry if you need to, scream if you need to, go, punch a boxing thing if you need to. Put on some boxing gloves and, start throwing punches if you need to, okay? Stomp if you need to. Whatever you need to release this energy, do that, because it's very healthy for you and it's very beneficial. So next, let's just do one more for you. Wow, we have negative people removed. It says weight lifted off, lighter energy, feeling free and happy, protection and justice served. Wow. So yeah, this is another blessing for you guys. You guys are definitely removing some kind of negative influence from your life, your vicinity, your place of work. You're leaving a place. You may have to remove people, kick them out, report them. So that's hard, but you know what? This is for the best. And you're going to feel so much better. You will feel a weight lifted off and much lighter. Feeling free and happy, and protection and justice served. So there you go. Some of you will be needing to go through the justice system. And just know that you will be protected, and just know that justice will be served, okay? Beautiful. So that was your reading, you guys. I really hope that this resonated. I hope the sound was not too awful. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and hit the bell so you can be notified when I post new videos. Thank you.